वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। पर दुखे उपकार करे कोई, पर दुखे उपकार करे कोई, पर दुखे उपकार करे कोई, मन अभिमान नाने रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। सकल लोक मां सहुने वंदे। सकल लोक मां सहुने वंदे, निंदा न करे केनी रे। सकल लोक मां सहुने वंदे, निंदा न करे केनी रे। वाच काछ मन निश्चल राखे, धन धन जननी तेनी रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। समदृष्टि ने तृष्णा त्यागी, पर स्त्री जेने मात रे। समदृष्टि ने तृष्णा त्यागी, पर स्त्री जेने मात रे। जिह्वा थकी असत्य न बोले, जिह्वा थकी असत्य न बोले, पर धन नव झाले हाथ रे। वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। मोह माया व्यापे नहीं जेने, आ, आ,
Welcome from the prostration stage into one. Let us all join together in invocation mantras, and we'll be doing the Gita Dhyana shlokas for the invocation mantras. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता ध्यानम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वाम् अनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दुग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्कला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमतिरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवै रणनदी कैवर्तककेशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलम् गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जन षट्पदैरहरः ते पीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारत पंकजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिन श्रेयसे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्रोद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। सबसे पहले प्रिय सज्जनों भगवान कृष्ण का नाम संकीर्तन करेंगे। गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधारमण हरि गोविंद जय जय राधारमण हरि गोविंद जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधारमण हरि गोविंद जय जय राधारमण हरि गोविंद जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय। गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय 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 राधारमण हरि गोविंद जय जय राधारमण हरि गोविंद जय जय श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव 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 श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हरि हरि गोविंद राधे गोपाल हरि हरि गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधे गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधे गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधारमण हरि गोविंद जय जय राधारमण हरि गोविंद जय जय श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव बोले श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय। प्रिय सज्जनों, our topic for this evening is the joy of giving. What it is to give, how do we give, how do we feel when we give. It all comes from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, verse 20, the whole art of giving. But before we go into the art of giving, we turn to Bhagwan Ji and we glorify the divine. जब तक जीवित रहे, जब तक सांस रहे शरीर में, तब तक हरि का नाम ले सकते हैं. As long as there is breath in his life, in his body, as long as there is life in his body, till then can we glorify Bhagwan. प्रभु जी तुम चंदन हम पानी, पानी तुम चंदन हम पानी. प्रभु जी तुम चंदन हम पानी, पानी तुम चंदन हम पानी. जाति अंग अंग बात समानी, जाति अंग अंग बात समानी. प्रभु जी तुम धन बन हम मोरा रे, तुम धन बन हम मोरा. प्रभु जी तुम धन बन हम मोरा रे, तुम धन बन हम मोरा. जैसे चितवत चंद्र चकोरा, जैसे चितवत चंद्र चकोरा प्रभु जी तुम चंदन हम पानी पानी तुम चंदन हम पानी तुम दीपक हम बाती रे तुम दीपक हम बाती रे प्रभु जी तुम दीपक हम बाती हो तुम दीपक हम बाती जाकी जोत बरे दिन राती जाकी जोत बरे दिन राती प्रभु जी तुम चंदन हम पानी पानी तुम चंदन हम पानी धागा प्रभु जी तुम मोती हम धागा रे तुम मोती हम धागा जैसे सोने में मिलत सुहागा जैसे सोने में मिलत सुहागा प्रभु जी चंदन हम पानी पानी तुम चंदन हम पानी प्रभु जी तुम स्वामी हम दाता रे तुम स्वामी हम दाता प्रभु जी तुम स्वामी हम दाता रे तुम स्वामी हम दाता ऐसी भक्ति करे दाता ऐसी भक्ति करे दाता प्रभु जी तुम चंदन हम पानी पानी तुम चंदन हम पानी प्रभु जी तुम चंदन हम पानी पानी तुम चंदन हम पानी पानी तुम चंदन हम पानी. We now venture into our topic for tonight from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, verse 20. Let us ask ourselves a few questions. Do I want to give? Do I want to share? And when we share something or give something, how do we feel after giving and after sharing? And by giving, you are also the receiver at the same time. When we look at all the possibilities of giving, why we should give, how we should give, and to whom should we give? One may ask the question, and I've seen it on many occasions where individuals who have worked very hard in their life, they have saved their earnings, their income, and they've invested wisely. Whereas there are many other individuals who have worked also, but they squandered their money. And such individuals, having reached an advanced stage in life, and medical scenarios arise as we grow into maturity in an older stage in life, Having squandered our money, we have no money again. Now we go on the outside to a society requesting assistance for medical attention. It is a good way to get others to give, but not everyone will be willing to give, because when you had it, or when I had it, I squandered it. And now, having squandered it, I did not realize I would be in need of it today in my latest stage in life. So we have to look at things from a different perspective also. And when we look at the whole act of giving or sharing, why must one give or share in life? If we look at the entire world, the whole of nature is giving and sharing unconditionally. The wind, the air that we breathe, the sun that we get, the rains that we get, the cool breeze that we get, all these are given to us by the universe. They are sharing it with us. And we take it for granted. Because it is free, we take it for granted. Let us look at it from a different perspective now. Do you have the inclination to give? Or do you want to be like an individual who only hoards without giving? Then the third question comes. When I give, do I give freely, unconditionally, or I give as though I want to withhold, as though I am not really wanting to give? Do I give hesitatingly? All these questions will arise in the mind. Should I give or should I not give? But then again, the person who I am giving, the recipient, is he a deserving recipient? 1. 2. What if he takes the money and invests in the drugs, or gambles it away, whatever it may be, or buy a gun? All the possibility exists. So then, you and I giving to such an individual, is it really deserving of that individual one? And what is he or she doing with that income that we are giving to him or her? So that we can be contributing towards the murder, we can be contributing towards alcoholics or drug addicts, all these things. So we have to look at all possibilities when we are sharing and when we are giving. So, the giver is also the receiver. And by that I mean, when you give someone something, let's take another scenario first. 1. What can you give to someone or share with someone and they will feel good about it, or they will appreciate it? So one is that, okay, let's analyze it. What can you give someone that they will embrace it, appreciate it, and utilize it wisely? First, you can say finances. Okay, you give your finances to someone, they appreciate it, and they utilize it wisely. But when you give someone something, when you share something with someone, what do you receive in return? Okay, you receive a thank you, but you don't expect a thank you from anyone. Because when you are giving, whether someone returns a thank you or not, or give you a thank you or not, many people don't look for it. But when you see a smile comes in the face of the receiver, because you are the giver, and someone sees a smile on the face of the receiver, that receiver is now giving you an opportunity to feel a great sense of contentment and joy from within. Why? The smile alone gives you that comfort, that joy. Sharing the joy of sharing, the joy of giving. So one, you have given someone something and they really appreciate it. And they give you a big smile, they give you a big hug. They express their gratitude. Now let us look at something else. Other than money, what can you give to someone that they will appreciate? So okay, finances, the first one. Second one, your time. Third one, a listening ear. Fourth one, the ability to give a shoulder to lean on. Physically assisting anyone, anything in life. even guidance, even encouragement or inspiration. These are all different things we can give to someone and they will appreciate it. Sharing your expertise, all these are given. And when you give with a free heart. You give knowing fully well it is your duty to give. Because we are what we are today because of all those who gave to us, who shared their time with us, who shared their knowledge with us, who shared their sad moments with us, their stories with us. Because they have given to us, they have shared their time with us, and their time was very precious. And having shared their time with us, let us learn the art of how to appreciate what was given to us by others. In chapter 17, verse 20, Bhagavan clearly highlights how one should share, how one should give. Datavyam iti yaddanam diyate nupakarine deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam satvikam smritam. That act of giving, knowing fully well it is our duty to give to the right recipient at the right time and the right place. That is said to be an act worthy of reverence and appreciation. That act of giving or sharing is sattvic by nature, pure by nature. So datavyam, we ought to be giving that which is worthy of being given, knowing fully well it's our duty. From infancy, we were brought up in an environment in which someone passes across the community asking for little assistance, be it foodstuff, be it clothing, or whatever you want to share and give with others. So from infancy, we were brought up with that concept of giving, sharing. And it is a joy to give. You know why? Because when I give, if I have given used stuff, I know I'm going to get new ones. So I'm happy about it. But not all the time we should give away used things. But then again too, not everybody may like the kind of clothing you and I may wear, or the footwear that we may wear, and all these things. But nevertheless, we are giving it away. But if you are giving it, make sure it's worthy of being given. One, it shouldn't be torn apart and tattered and all these things. It should be worthy of being given to someone. So, that which ought to be given, knowing fully well it's our duty. Yad danam, that act of giving, that act of sharing, it should be given, diyate, it should be given by us, anupakarine, without any hesitation. So, sometimes you go to class, you carry your food, and by chance one day one of the students in class forgot their lunch at home or their breakfast or whatever it is, and where we are studying in the school, it may not have any canteen open at that late hour, because if we are taking extra lessons, there is no canteen open to get something to drink or something to buy to eat. And by you sharing part of your meal, breakfast, lunch, or even dinner sometimes, because we have classes late evenings, that act of sharing what you have can build relationships with other individuals. So by sharing what we have, can help to create a greater bond, a greater sense of friendship amongst individuals. We now become closer, and then the other party now brings some extra one day and shares with you also. Not every day a person will forget their meal at home or even their money. Sometimes you're going to work and you happen to forget your wallet, or you forget the money on the table, whatever it may be. And on that day you don't have any money to buy any meal. And there are many individuals on the outside who are so kind and they give willingly. I came across a little scenario of a kind of restaurant, and the person that came to buy forgot their money at home. And the person said to them that I forgot my money at home, and I don't have any money to give to you. What can I do? And the person said, don't worry, I will give it to you. If you are in the area again and you want to pass back and give us, it's no problem. But I'm giving it to you. That one gesture of the person in the restaurant giving that person the meal without knowing the person, because the person was not from the area, giving willingly, because when a person is hungry, you don't know how hungry they are. And by you just giving and sharing a meal with them, it makes a world of difference to the receiver. And after receiving it, the person who received it went home and ate it and so on, and they put on the Facebook chat, and they give the restaurant name recognition and complimented them for the act of giving. Of course, the next day the person went and paid them and so on, but the whole idea, a complete stranger, and you give to them. This is what life is all about. Making a difference. Making a difference in any possible way. It does not have to be money. It does not have to be food. It can be your kindness. It can be a shoulder to lean on. It can be some advice. It can be your physical work to be done, or even teaching sometimes, or just a listening ear. Just sharing that opportunity, giving someone something who deserves it at that point in time. And when you and I can do that, we can make a world of difference. But the moment the ego comes in between, and the play of the ego supersedes or overpowers the emotions of the heart, what happens? Sometimes you speak to individuals in such a manner that is not really appreciated. And it's given also in the Gita how we should speak to individuals. Anudvega gram vakyam. Our speech should not incite any hatred or ill feelings in the heart of another individual. So by our mere speech, if we use harsh terminologies, or we use a rough tone of voice, a harsh tone of voice, it can send the wrong message to the other party. So giving, sharing, the joy of giving. When we give to someone, when we share with someone, a smile comes to their face, a sense of contentment comes to their face. Sometimes tears roll down their eyes. The eyes are filled with tears, and it begins to roll down their cheekbones on both sides. How do you feel? You feel touched. You feel moved. You become emotional. Knowing fully well, you could have made a difference in the life of someone for one day. You have touched the heart of that individual. With all gratitude, the individual expresses the appreciation. Although you didn't expect the appreciation and the thanks and all these things, excuse me, but it was received by you. So you also receive something by giving. You receive a smile. You receive a warm hug. You receive an act of appreciation, a thank you from another individual. And that can make your day a beautiful day. Before we continue the rest of the verse, how we should give in life, मुरलिया बाजी रे जमुना के तीर, मुरलिया बाजी रे जमुना के तीर, जमुना के तीर हो जमुना के तीर, जमुना के तीर हो जमुना के तीर, मुरलिया बाजी रे जमुना के तीर, मुरलिया बाजी रे जमुना के तीर। मुरली की धुन मेरो मन हर लीनो, मुरली की धुन मेरो मन हर लीनो, चीख धरत नहीं भीर, चीख धरत नहीं भीर, कन्हैया कारी कमरिया, कारो कन्हैया कारी कमरिया, कारो जमुना को नीर, कारो जमुना को नीर, मुरलिया बाजे रे जमुना के तीर, मुरलिया बाजे रे जमुना के तीर, जमुना के तीर हो जमुना के तीर, जमुना के तीर हो जमुना के तीर, मुरलिया बाजे रे जमुना के तीर। मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर, मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर, चरण कमल करशी, चरण कमल करशी, मुरलिया बाजे रे जमुना के तीर, मुरलिया बाजे रे जमुना के तीर, जमुना के तीर हो जमुना के तीर, जमुना के तीर हो जमुना के तीर, मुरलिया बाजे रे जमुना के तीर, मुरलिया बाजे रे जमुना के तीर, मुरलिया बाजे रे जमुना के तीर। बोले श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय। So having seen the manner in which you give someone anupakarani without any hesitation, without thinking twice, we should give. Why? Because how many people have given to us different things in life? Our parents, our friends, our grandparents, our peers, our teachers, our neighbors, our communities. They have given to us unconditionally, time and time again. You go to play cricket in a community and you make some runs and the entire community give you full support because they have confidence in you. And by they giving you confidence, they're cheering you and so on. What happens? You can make more runs because you're inspired by the audience. You have given them the opportunity to what? To cheer you and you feel inspired. So you are giving to them, they're receiving that. They are giving you inspiration, you're receiving that. And you can make a century, all because these individuals cheered you throughout the entire match. Be it cricket, be it football, table tennis, badminton, Wimbledon, all these different sports. The mere fact the community has given to you, the fans have given to you, the audience have given to you, they have shared their joys with you and their sorrows with you. Even when you miss a catch or you miss a wicket, you didn't get the wicket, or run out, or even a stump out, you're out of the crease. They even cry with you sometimes when you miss that wicket, when you drop a catch. All these possibilities, individuals are given to us continuously, unknowingly sometimes to us. Unknowingly to us sometimes. Hence, knowing it is our duty to give. Because all those who have given to us, we are what we are today because of them. So, anupakarane, you should give without any hesitation. Never think twice when we are giving. Why? Because we are giving to those who are deserving. It says, Deshe kale cha patre cha. Patre, the right recipient. The one who is most deserving. We should be giving. Those who are most deserving. Now, how do we know who are most deserving? Because there are many individuals who are great actors, great imposters. And you're not sure if they are the correct recipient, the deserving recipient. Because they can be so convincing. And you give them and they use it for negative purposes, destructive purposes. So what do? Someone comes to you and says to you that their house got burned down and they are looking for money or material to rebuild their home. So what do? You call, you ask them their name, their phone number, where they are living. Do you have a document from the police stating that their house is burned down, and you are given the opportunity, a legal document requesting funds from the public So the person shows you the document, you take the name, you can even call the police station to verify it. You can take their number, call them, find out where they live in, go and visit their home and see if their home was really burned down and if they are really a deserving case. So we have to verify all these possibilities. Not because a person comes and begs of you or asks of you for some funding or some donation, you're going to give them immediately. We have to verify it. So it has to be a deserving recipient, a patre, the most deserving recipient. Deshe, at the right place. Kale, at the right time. So it has to be the right time, the right place, and the right recipient where we should be giving unconditionally without any hesitation. That danam, that act of giving, that sharing is what? Satvikam smritam. It is said to be, it is declared as sattvic by nature. That which is pure by nature. Now suggesting you are giving someone something and you are hesitating. Think about it. You are hesitating. Because I don't know what this person is going to do with this money. I've seen it many times in yajnas, in pujas, in satsangs. When you go to this environment, time for arti, there are some people who have their money to put in the thali for the arti, but they put the money, they fold it up so small and put it into your hands. And sometimes while you are singing the arti and you are waiting for the thali to pass to offer the arti, sometimes your hand begins to sweat. And you know, when you open your hand and you see your hand is wet, sometimes you twist the whole story. You are saying to the money in your hand, oh, I know you are sad, you don't want to part with me. And I see that you are crying. Okay, let me take you back and put in my pocket. I have seen individuals like that. If you want to give, you give freely. If you don't want to give, that's no problem. But don't justify it and say, oh, you are crying and you don't want to part with me. It's interesting to see how people react in scenarios when it comes to giving. So, feel free to give anything to anyone you think is deserving. You know it is deserving by verifying it first. Then, you can build a relationship with the individual from time to time. And then you can assist in whatever way you can, and that assistance will give that family a lifelong act of gratitude and appreciation to you and your family for giving something what was required by them. Sometimes the child may not be able to afford a pair of slippers or uniform or books. You can also give. Whatever, you can even teach them also some extra lessons. See, the whole act of sharing and bringing about a difference in the world. Excuse me. By you and I sharing the knowledge, teaching someone, you empower that individual. They become great leaders also. All because you know that you wanted to give back to a society. And by you giving back to that society, such individuals benefit from your contribution. And these individuals who receive the opportunity to receive your teachings or whatever it may be, they can become great leaders. You were impactful to a point in that person's life. And you gain a tremendous sense of joy knowing fully well, I shared quality time with that individual while teaching that individual. See how we can make a difference in the life of someone? By just sharing. The joy of sharing, the joy of giving. Every one of us have a little extra to give. I'm not saying to give everything. I'm not saying to give half the amount. You decide how much you feel comfortable giving. It does not have to be money all the time. It can be any possibility. You choose what you can afford. Your expertise, your time, a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on. When someone has fallen down, you give them a hand and you lift them up. All these possibilities are there just to alleviate the pains and sufferings of others. And the next verse, the verse 22 of the Gita, or chapter 17, it tells us a gift that is given, an act that is performed, or sharing and giving with an attitude, in a hesitating manner, you are giving. It tells us it is not sattvic by nature. It says in verse 22, Adeshe kale yaddanam apatrebhyascha diyate asatkatam avajñatam tattamasam udahartam. It says that active giving, that gift, that sharing, which is made without a grace and a disdainful spirit, meaning when you are hesitating, pariklishtam in verse 21, diyate cha pariklishtam, you are giving in a hesitating manner. When you are giving, you should not hold back. You should not hold back. Give within your reach, so that you will not feel strapped for anything. You give unconditionally. Always find the time to give something, to give to someone who is deserving. If you are giving in a hesitating manner, that rajasam smritam, it is declared that what? It is a rajasic by nature. And in verse 22, it is said to be tamasic by nature. Tamasam udahartam. It is declared to be tamasic, giving to someone at the wrong time, the wrong place, and the undeserving recipient. That is said to be tamasic by nature. So knowing fully well when it is to give, how it is to give, where it is to be given, and the right recipient, sharing that with others. Look at the beautiful song. नदियाँ न पिए कभी अपना जल, वृक्ष न खाए कभी अपने फल। नदियाँ न पिए कभी अपना जल, वृक्ष न खाए कभी अपने फल। धन का मन का धन का दूजों को दे दो दान रे, ओ सच्चा इंसान रे, इस धरती का भगवान रे। नदियाँ न पिए कभी अपना जल, वृक्ष न खाए कभी अपने फल। वृक्ष न खाए कभी अपने फल, वृक्ष न खाए कभी अपने फल। Nadia, the rivers, न पिए, does not consume, does not drink, अपने जल, its own waters. Vriksha, the trees, न खाए, does not consume, does not eat, अपने फल, its own fruits. It is meant for the entire world, the whole of civilization. All life forms can come and benefit by the water in the river and by the fruits on the trees. If nature can teach us in such a simple manner, the trees, the branches bow down low to the ground, so you can reach the branches very easily. You can reach the fruits very easily, because the bigger the fruit gets, the more heavy it becomes, and the branches begin to bow, to bend down low to the ground, so you can reach it easily. The cows, the birds, other animals and insects, they can come to partake of it. Look how nature is given in abundance, without hesitation. It doesn't discriminate who to give to. Anyone comes across, it's available. Human beings discriminate. Who should be given, who should not be given, or you don't want to give at all. You don't want to share at all. How interesting human beings can be. Seeing another starving for a meal and you are throwing away food, how do you feel? I always tell the children, never waste food. Take that amount you can eat. If you need more, you can go back and get more. But don't take so much in your leaf or on your plate that you can't even eat half of it, and you throw away the rest, when millions of people are starving in the world, not knowing where the next meal will come from. And this is where you and I can make that difference. By what? Sharing, by giving, by assisting, by alleviating the pains and sufferings of others. You may be healthy today. Who knows? Harati nimeshat kalah sarvam. In one moment, time can snatch away everything. And bhaj govindam. Ma kudhana yauvana sarvam. Do not take pride in all that you possess, all the people that you command, all the luxuries that you enjoy, all the health that you enjoy. Why? Harati nimeshat kalah sarvam. In one moment, time can snatch away everything. When you see someone a little underprivileged or one who cannot afford something, what will it take of you to assist or give that person something? You know, one day we had gone to rituals, I think, yes. And there was a little boy, two boys, and one person ordered for something to eat, for both of them to eat. But he did not have enough money to buy two things to drink. He had only money to buy one drink, some cold chiller or whatever it is he was wanting to drink. And what happened? He refused to buy it for himself, because if he cannot buy two, one for himself and one for his friend, he will do it out the one for himself. Why? He does not want his friend to feel embarrassed or hurt or feel belittled, but he can't afford it. And I've seen many times when this happens, some individual will come and see this scenario and even offer it to buy the second one or even buy two for them. I've seen it. And you'll see the amount of joy and smile in the faces of these individuals. Sometimes, you know, from time to time you go to rituals and you see these things, and you go to buy something to drink, and you see little children, 5 years old, 8 years old, selling something on the roadside because it's holiday time, and they're thinking, when will I be able to get a coffee like that or a chocolate drink like that? And they will stay outside watching through the glass to see if someone will buy something for them. You and I can bring a tremendous amount of joy on the faces of these individuals, tremendous amount of joy in the hearts of these individuals. It says, कान्हा कन्हैया नंद लाला ओ मुरली वाला ऐसे बजाए मुरली मुरलिया जादू भरी कान्हा कन्हैया नंद लाला ओ मुरली वाला ऐसे बजाए मुरली मुरलिया जादू भरी कान्हा कन्हैया नंद लाला ओ मुरली वाला ऐसे बजाए मुरली मुरलिया जादू भरी देखो कुंवर कन्हाई कैसी रास रचाई ऐसी तान सुनाई सुध बुध सब बिसराई देखो कुंवर कन्हाई कैसी रास रचाई ऐसी तान सुनाई सुध बुध सब बिसराई बागा उछला निराला ओ मुरली वाला ऐसे बजाए मुरली मुरलिया जादू भरी कान्हा कन्हैया नंद लाला ओ मुरली वाला ऐसे बजाए मुरली मुरलिया जादू भरी कान्हा कृष्ण मुरारी गोवर्धन गिरधारी काहे मटकी फोड़ी सुन के मीठी गाई कान्हा कृष्ण मुरारी गोवर्धन गिरधारी काहे मटकी फोड़ी सुन के मीठी गारी आहे भरे ब्रिज वाला ओ मुरली वाला ऐसे बजाए मुरली मुरलिया जादू भरी कान्हा कन्हैया नंद लाला ओ मुरली वाला ऐसे बजाए मुरली मुरलिया जादू भरी। माखन चोर दुलारा, नटखट सबका प्यारा, मनमोहन मन भावन, नाम रटे जग सारा। माखन चोर दुलारा, नटखट सबका प्यारा, मनमोहन मन भावन, नाम रटे जग सारा। माधव मुकुंद मत वाला, ओ मुरली वाला, ऐसे बजाए मुरली, मुरलिया जादू भरी। कान्हा कन्हैया नंद लाला, ओ मुरली वाला, ऐसे बजाए मुरली, मुरलिया जादू भरी, मुरलिया जादू भरी, मुरलिया जादू भरी। बोलिए श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय। So next time the opportunity comes to you in life, and don't wait for opportunities to come for you to give. You just give. You create the opportunity of giving. You know, sometimes the flood comes and then we find the opportunity to give. Don't wait for the flood to come in order to give. Learn the art of how to give without a reason. When you can give without a reason, or knowing fully well it is your duty to give back, you can make a tremendous difference in the lives of others. Bhagwan is given to us continuously. The universe is given selflessly. You and I are given hesitatingly. Human beings again, very interesting, my friends. So, the manner in which you give is very important. The place you give is very important. The time you give and the recipient that you give, they are all important factors to be taken into consideration. Of course, you would like to give some time, but the person who you're going to give, you know he's going to squander it. What do? Think about it. Think of whether you want to give that person who will squander it, who will take and buy a gun, who will get involved into drugs, or give others drugs to consume. Ask yourself, do you want to give to such an individual? Even if it means withholding your giving, it is not wrong. Why? Because you are seeing the detrimental effects that it will have on the individual who you are going to give to. Think carefully. It says in this beautiful bhajan, as we have come to the end of our session this evening, my friends, we close with this beautiful bhajan in which it says, जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधे, सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे, मम वंदन स्वीकार करो प्रभु, चरण शरण हम आए तुम्हारे। जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि, जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला, जय नंदलाला जय जय, जय नंदलाला जय गोपाला, जय नंदलाला जय जय। श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है, श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है, नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है। श्री राधे गोविंदा गोपाला तेरा प्यारा नाम है। मोर मुकुट सिर गलबन माला, केसर तिलक लगाए, केसर तिलक लगाए। मोर मुकुट सिर गलबन माला, केसर तिलक लगाए, केसर तिलक लगाए। वृंदावन की कुंज गलिन में सबको नाच नचावे, ओ सबको नाच नचावे। श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। श्री राधे गोविंदा गोपाला तेरा प्यारा नाम है। यमुना किनारे भेंट चढ़ावे माधव मदन मुरारी, माधव मदन मुरारी। यमुना किनारे भेंट चढ़ावे माधव मदन मुरारी, माधव मदन मुरारी। मधुर मुरलिया जब भी बजावे हर ले सुध बुध सारी, ओह हर ले सुध बुध सारी। श्री राधे गोविंदा गोपाला तेरा प्यारा नाम है। श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। गिरधर नागर कहती मीरा सूर का श्याम लुभाया, सूर का श्याम लुभाया। गिरधर नागर कहती मीरा सूर का श्याम लुभाया, सूर का श्याम लुभाया। तुकाराम और नामदेव ने विठ्ठल विठ्ठल गाया, ओह विठ्ठल विठ्ठल गाया। श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। राधा शक्ति बिना न कोई श्यामल दर्शन पावे, श्यामल दर्शन पावे। राधा शक्ति बिना न कोई श्यामल दर्शन पावे, श्यामल दर्शन पावे। आराधन कर राधे राधे कान्हा भागे आवे, ओह कान्हा भागे आवे। श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। प्यारा नाम है इतना प्यारा नाम है, प्यारा नाम है तेरा प्यारा नाम है। श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। गोपाला तेरा प्यारा नाम है, गोपाला तेरा प्यारा नाम है। बोले श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय। With this, my friends, we have come to the end of our session this evening. We would like to thank you all very much for joining this evening with us as we continue with our activities. Every Saturday morning from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. we have the Vedanta class, Tattva Bodha. And then right after from 7 to 8 we have our yoga class at the ashram. Then from 10:30 in the morning to 11:30 we have tabla class. We also have keyboard and harmonium class. On Sunday morning, our regular Sunday morning sadhana. Monday evening we have Sanskrit, we have Gita chanting, we have Vedic chanting classes, and now we are going to start Vishnu Sahasranam chanting also. And Tuesday evenings, Wednesday morning and Thursday evening we have yoga at the ashram again. Feel free to call us and let us know which of the classes you are interested in, and you can benefit from these classes. Also, to all those who have logged in and join with us every week for Satsang, we really appreciate your time. You have given us a space in your home to listen to Satsang, and with the intention that if we apply whatever is discussed in our Satsang, it will help and benefit all of us who apply it and put it into practice. Let's all bow our heads and close our eyes. त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। हरिः ओम्। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। बोले श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय. Thanks to Girish and to Shiv this evening, playing tabla and operating the technical operator behind the computer with Facebook and YouTube. Until then, my friends, take care, be safe. Namaskar.
वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे.
पर दुखी उपकार करे तो ये मन अभिमान नाणी रे.
वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे
पीड़ पराई जाने रे.
सकल लोकमा सहुने वंदे निंदा न करे गेणी रे.
सकल लोक मा सहुने वंदे
निंदा न करे केणी रे. वाच काच मन निश्चल राखे धन धन जननी तेणी रे.
वाच काच मन निश्चल राखे धन धन जननी तेनी रे. वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे.
समदृष्टीने तृष्णा त्यागी परस्त्री जेने मात रे.
समदृष्टीने तृष्णा त्यागी
परस्त्री जेने मात रे. जिह्वा थकी असत्य न बोले परधन नव झाले हाथ रे.
जिह्वा थकी असत्य न बोले पर धन नव झाले हाथ रे.